Keep it coming round. No, you've gone back. Keep
I
it.
did come back to see
No, not draw back. You come back. You come back with this hand. So you've got to keep that torque on, you see. Good man. Good man. So your thumb is slipped round, but you've got to increase that torque. One of the best ways to increase it is to actually bring that round here, and then now do slowly big wheel back. One. Slowly big wheel back. Good man. Good man. Good man. Stop. You've gone too far now. Tip down. Because you can see where it's gone. It's come up, and then the bowel's gone off to the right. That's it. Look at what you're doing. You're fighting yourself here. Here. Now, there's no point in moving this if we don't control this. Yeah? Clockwise torque, slowly. Good, slowly. Keep applying it. Stop. Slowly draw the big wheel back. Take your finger off the blow. Big wheel further back. Yeah, going up too high. There you go. You can see where to go. So even though it looked like you were going against the wall, I knew you were going too high. Right, look at your hands. Freeze where you are. Freeze.
Okay.
Look at your hands. Look at how the scope is. That's where the difficulty is. You see you're only at 30, so you thought you were at the splenic. So you need to hold this here. That needs to be there.
आप अपना हाथ मूव करो.
See how easy it is to think you're further than what you are? Because by holding the scope far away, you think, oh, I must be there by now. Nice and slow. The interesting thing is that all the scopes seem to have gone feeling funny at the moment. I'm just noticing that they're getting repetitive. All the scopes seem to have gone the same way at the moment, where they're all getting very difficult. I'm not necessarily thinking it's the candidates, I'm thinking it's possibly something to do with the scopes, but I don't know. I don't want to take over because he's done really, really well in the past.
Should I try counterclockwise here?
I would. Oh, thank you. Good. Follow the
I
folds.
was doing counterclockwise, now I'm doing clockwise.
My friend, can I just have a feel of the scope? It's nothing against you, it's just that
Sure, sir.
Saz has just, Paul, just that Saz has pointed out that it's interesting how all the scopes have gone a little bit funny at the moment. So we'll take that off, see how close I get. I'm just going to take the scope back a fraction. Okay. I'm going to do anti-clockwise, tip up, anti-clockwise, tip up, anti-clockwise. Suck some of this crud down. Okay? She should start to feel well. How's she feel now? Have we given her anything? See what I'm doing? I'm slowly manipulating the wheels but keeping the scope in its orientation.
आपको दर्द की और दवा दे रहे हैं.
So there's a fair bit of air there, I'm afraid. And so I've just taken out down as much as are there at the moment. Now we're finding it difficult to advance the scope, so we get this. I take the scope back, just cover her up a little bit more. That's brilliant. And then, brilliant, thank you. Take back. There. Right, so. Now the reason why that's doing all of that shape is because if she was closer to that, it wouldn't do it. All I'm doing, see what I'm doing? I point at the top and the suction port's at 5. So what I'm trying to do is keep the mucosa away from the 5 o'clock port. And now you see it sneaking onto the end of the scope, the bowel. And then draw back another centimetre. Now go forward. As it goes forward, if she doesn't tolerate it too well, then we will then consider putting her onto her back. At the present moment in time, okay, so we'll have to put her onto her back. Eric, can she? So, what's happening
आपको
is,
थोड़ा सीधा सीधा सीधी दिशा
हमारा थोड़ा सीधा हो जाओ ऐसा घुटना मोड़ के रखो
can she go closer to this? So the guys can actually see. Brilliant.
अभी दर्द खत्म हो जाएगी ना थोड़ा सा स्ट्रेस डाला ना फ्लू अभी सही हो जाएगा
Okay. Can you see how now it's dark? That's actually telling you that it's all in range. You see, this is doing the same things as yesterday, so I'm actually thinking that it's not necessarily these are hard cases. The scopes are wanting not to behave nicely. They're not playing well.
बस 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 पेट में थोड़ी हवा हवा है मुझे करे सुर करते
Yeah, they're not playing well, these scopes.
You can have a scope change also.
Oh, no. I actually think, I'm trying to find a reason why this, my friend who was very successful yesterday is finding it difficult today. Right, away you go, straight. Smile for the camera. That camera. Brilliant. Just stop where you are a sec, give her a few moments. Watch your inflation, because at the moment now you're inflating. Can't help it, got to do it. This woman I really respect, you know. This woman. If I hear any different, I'll set Eric onto you. We're fine. Good. Go. How's things going, my friend? You're very quiet. Are you always this quiet? Are you this quiet at home?
At home? Are you quiet at home? That's a good thing.
Do you know, we've got this locum who come to work for us. He's from France. He's a great big 6'4" Nigerian man. And I said, I assessed his colon. I says, okay, you can certainly push a scope, young man, is what I said to him. I says, do you ever smile? I'm a serious man.
Oh my God.
You're in the wrong place here, pal. I'm a serious man. Okay, mate. Tip up.
I'm facing some loop.
No.
I've withdrawn this scope to move
Stop.
forward. Okay.
What loop?
The fact is, I pulled it back to get closer to the lumen. I mean forward.
No worries, no worries. We're just making you enjoy your time. And we want you to regret leaving us when you go. You know. So if we ever go to the PSG again, that as a candidate in the audience, you may stand up going, I loved that course. So, don't fish for it, look for it. What's buzzing? Is it a phone? Phone? Is it buzzing? No? I don't know. I thought you were looking at the phone. Ah, no. Come back and just look. And now, if you look, just think what I was saying the other day. When you go to cross the road, do you just run across the road, or do you stop, look, and then do you make a plan and run like crazy? Yeah?
Yeah.
Same thing here. Stop, look, make a plan. Good, 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 even better, even better, even better. Brilliant. Slow down. Great stuff. So it's proven, says that even though, you know, you look a little bit of an idiot sometimes, people learn more from enjoying themselves than not enjoying themselves. So I like to,
Get them to relax.
yeah. The other thing is, I'm not frightened of saying what I'm finding difficult, what I'm not finding difficult. So because I said what I said, he's thinking, whoa, you know, but I like to actually say, look, I'm finding this difficult because of this, this and this and this. Then they realise it's not them from before. Slowly advance. Keep going, slowly advance. Slowly, 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 slowly. Keep going, slowly. The reason for slow, you'll be stretching the bowel a little bit. She'll tolerate it, but if you do it slowly. Slowly, slowly. Good man. Excellent. So what I was alluding to before, when we first started, when I was going through with these guys. Okay. So what can you do to optimize that?
I'll try to reduce it a little bit, maybe this.
Right, you've reduced it before and it didn't happen. Have you, how do you know that keeping going is not the right thing to do? Keeping advancing.
Advancing, the scope is being pushed inside, but the view is not advancing. I mean,
I know,
not
but
advancing
how,
in the lumen.
but how do you know it's not the right thing to do, and in a moment it'll start to go forward?
If it is not progressing, there's no point pushing in.
Okay, you're not pushing. What I'm saying to you is that what is the first indicator to tell you that that is not going to work? Is it the fact that it's not going forward, or is there something else that you should be looking for?
I should be looking for the loop. I should be looking for the discomfort.
Discomfort. So I keep the lumen central and advance slowly. Sometimes it comes to a tipping point where it'll suddenly go forward. If you can get to that tipping point, then we don't have to then change position. So if you slowly advance, the body becomes adjusted to it, even though this is what's happening to the scope and this is where it's going, and even though that's what you get, all of a sudden it starts to do that. If you can get to that tipping point, it will then go forward. If not, then we change position.
Okay, so what I understood from this is that we can go along with
Advance.
little bit of
Yeah.
loop and
Yeah. Advance till you get discomfort, pain, or it's unsafe to do so.
Okay.
You won't have scope guide with you where you work, you see. So the little couple of minutes that I spent with this young man and Misbah was about, it's called a
I think
minion.
there is something wrong.
Never say that. Never say that.
I mean,
Okay, let me have a little look for you. Let me reassure you.
this is the third time I advanced.
Okay, let me reassure
Coming
you.
back.
Right. So this is this lady. Okay. So all I want to do now is to get the view. So I'm looking for the view. Now I look down and now I've got a reference point, which is her face. Okay? The reference point tells me what's going on. I draw back the scope and I'm looking. And now
And your torque is counterclockwise?
my torque now is clockwise. I'm looking to see where it wants to go. I'm looking at the lady. Now the movement that's happening is Eric's moving her leg, just moving the sheet out of the way. It's not her that's moved. Okay? So what we've got is the bowel itself, there's a little bit too much air and it shut that lumen off just as fraction. And again, I just get reference to her face. And now you can see where it wants to go. I can see it, and now draw back anti-clockwise. I suck the bowel on, and now do clockwise torque, see if it'll go forward. If it doesn't want to, draw back a little bit more with anti-clockwise. Tip down slowly, clockwise, tip down slowly. Again, I draw reference to her face. We're still in the same position. I draw back, and now if you look at that thing, it's nice and straight. Now what I want to do is I want to bring that apex, this, forward, because that's what's causing this not to progress. So anti-clockwise as much as I can. Again, I look at her face. Now just slowly advance. Now this tube has got no gel on it again. And now she's moved.
Okay.
Stiffness is on, so stiffness is off. So now to open this, we've got to say to ourselves, how can we open up the hepatic flexure? So if we put her onto her right side, what's that going to do to the hepatic flexure?
It's going to straighten it a bit.
But where's the rest of the
Compared to
bowel? So where's the hepatic flexure on you? If you lay on your right side, what do you think is going to happen? Now if you lay on your left side, what do you think is going to happen to it?
It's going to open up a little.
So what do you think we should do?
Left.
Okay. Let's try it. All we do, I pick the scope up. That stops it getting caught. I wait. I look at the scope again. We get this back to how we want it to be.
वो हमारी टॉर्क को ऑर्गेनाइज करेगा ना। But then angle,
Little wheel neutral,
yeah.
anti-clockwise.
क्या वो दर्द हो रहा है?
And clockwise, anti-clockwise and clockwise. Anti-clockwise, clockwise. Keep
इसका
coming back
sound नहीं आता ये पंच का।
and keep coming back. Now, any second now we'll see the bowel come from the left. And then, see it? So we can steer into it. Tip up. Now we know this is something new because of this stuff.
Yes.
Clockwise torque, suck. And now we draw back, now we go forward, ever so slow. Now we're going to cause, it's going to have a little bit of a problem, because the problem is that we've got a scope that now going uphill. So as a result of it going uphill, it will actually come back, because you're going to stretch the bowel. See it? So you put the scope in slowly, ever so slow. Aim at 12 o'clock. Can you see the scope at 12? Aim at 12. So you're going above the lumen. Tip down now. So tip right down. Little wheel forward. Clockwise torque. Neutralise the little wheel. Big wheel back. Clockwise torque. Anti-clockwise torque. Suck. Draw the scope back. Draw the scope back. Now, you knew exactly what to do. All right? Now, where are we?
We are in right column.
What's this thing straight above us? Well, yeah. So you knew exactly what to do. You knew how to do it. So the next question is, just out of interest, 70 maximum. So we're still there at what, 65. So you knew what to do. You knew how to do it. What you needed to do is just give yourself time to work it out. What you did was that you got to a point and you decided that it's not working. It's not working. I've tried it, it's not working. When we took the scope off you, so we took away something that was causing you to focus on the scope, you were able then to step back and think what the right thing to do. You come up with the right answers. You knew what the right thing to do was. So what I would say to you, if you ever come across this situation again, is do that. Come back and say, right, okay, let's have a look, see what she's doing, and work it out. You know what to do.
Okay, Paul, there was one place where I thought you would do clockwise, but then you said you went to go counterclockwise.
The splenic.
But this thing, if not available.
No, I knew it. Oh, you were mid-transverse. This is up here. That's disappearing right under the liver and the spleen, going posteriorly. I don't want it to go there. I want it to come here. Shortens the scope. Because as I bring that forward, it goes forward.
I think the problem with all of us is that we don't visualize what is happening to the scope inside. The thing that all of us, aim on is how to go forward and whether we're going forward or not. But the important thing is to have a plan in our mind, or have an image or thing in our mind that what the scope is doing at the angles or the elbow that we call it. So that thing we forget when there is a loop.
Yeah.
And that would help us decide whether it's clockwise or anti-clockwise.
Yes.
Like you just said, that if it's at the splenic flexure, it could be going this way, and in order to do it, we would have to do it anti-clockwise rather than clockwise.
Yes.
isn't it?
I want to do some reconstruction to see this
Personally,
dependent wall.
it's only because you're a lovely man.
Yes, sir.
Don't suck. Now blow. Keep blowing. Keep blowing and suck intermittent. Keep blowing and again, and again, and again, and again. Okay, keep doing it. Keep doing it. That's it, keep doing it. Keep doing it. Yeah, and again. And now because the suction port's at 5 o'clock, you're not going to trap the mucosa unless you continue to suck and stop blowing. Yeah? Keep doing it. Good man. So happier now?
It's much better.
Good. We're here to please. Bicentennial man. Here to please. He actually went from I'm here to serve to here to please. Good man.
So, as the indication goes, I don't see a point in going in ileum.
No,
So,
no, just come out. Can you see what we got him to do? So he thought what to do, knew the options were what, change position, do this, do that. Because of changing position can cause sometimes some embarrassment to certain people, you don't want to do it. But bringing them in a certain position opens up the flexures. Knowing what that does then is that you're going uphill, you're going to put a lot more scope in. But also, because the scope, if you're actually thinking this is coming in, this is the splenic flexure, that's the highest point. As you put the scope in, it'll want to deviate and go to the back, so it'll actually then do this even more so. So that's why we went and anti-clockwise to bring that forward and drew back, and then as that comes back, it lifts the mid-transverse and continue to come back, and it continued to come back. Then all of a sudden it stopped. You keep that torque on, and then you're able then to go round. As soon as you go round the bend, it isn't push, because if you push, you end up then just doing this again, and it's dropping back. You go round, and then you suck, and what it does, it collapses that bowel. If the suction port is here, and as you come over, it won't do it. The reason why I said stick it at 12 o'clock, the suction port's here, and the lumen is down here, and then it collapses from here and comes over. So it's a fine line of watching it, what it does, and then dropping the tip again. So it then drops down, and then you increase the torque, draw back, and then it just goes straight down. You didn't come last night. He's looking at me now going,
रात को क्यों नहीं आए थे कृष्ण रात को क्यों नहीं आए थे
रात को मैं यहाँ पे देर से गया था
so he went home late his home was a bit far from here
Eric. Salaries. She's going to be funny when she's a consultant or a professor. Misbah, she'll be funny.
Change of position at appropriate times. Change of patient position.
I love watching people come on and enjoy what they're doing. This man is enjoying what he's doing. He's enjoying the experience. He's enjoying being challenged.
So, man, as they say, no point in the colon is to be named with surety except cecum and rectum. So, if I find a polyp while coming out, and I'm not sure it's transference or the sigmoid or descending, so what to write on?
What's the right? Whoa! Eric!
बिल को बनाना है
I'm at 30.
So, just pop the scope down while Eric does his bit. The answer isn't to go, oh, splenic Fletcher. Okay? So when you get your lumen, watch. Get your lumen again. Centralise your lumen, get the luminal picture. Can you just let her know I'm going to touch her tummy? I'm just going to touch her stomach. Keep you, put a little bit of air in.
आपके पेट को हाथ लगाएंगे, ठीक है? आंटी,
Okay.
सही है?
That is in the cecum. Look at that.
हमारी देख रहे हैं, ठीक है?
So the answer is so the answer is not to say that. The answer is to actually give it your best guesstimate. So sigmoid at 30 centimetres measured on withdrawal. And then what will happen then is that I'll go in and I'll add 5 centimetres to it. Because everybody's 30s and another man's 35. Always measure it on withdrawal, never measure it on the way in. You measure it on the way in, you're stretching. It's all relaxed and flaccid on the way out. Eric! Hey, I tell you what, Eric, he's looking grumpy. Look to your right, my friend. Look to your right. And that monitor up there.
Okay.
Good man, that is absolutely brilliant what you're doing.
देखो पीछे ताप रहे हैं कैमरे के सामने ही क्या
Absolutely brilliant what you're doing. And the reason why that's brilliant is that you're showing that you can adapt to your environment, okay?
बिल्कुल सर
It's very hard to adapt to your environment. You're under a stressful situation. You are doing brilliant. Where are we now? Are we in the
I
rectum?
think I'm in the
You're just coming into the rectum. Well done. So, just relax the scope onto the bed and then orientate yourself so you can actually think about doing the retroversion. Well, they've brought you back now, look. What was the problem, Eric?
बल्कि
Yeah, we might have to do some biopsies of the ulcer.
So biopsies while retroflexed?
No.
No. Okay, so retroflexion for what?
Retroflexion, you can look and see where is the distal margin from the anal verge.
Okay.
If it's too painful, then we stop. Look at where your hand is in relation, so hold it here. That's it. Okay, don't worry about doing it, my friend, if that's, we'll just take the biopsies, don't worry. It's not something, it's something that we do, but it's something that we don't have to do.
Comfortable, I can
Yeah,
try, but
no worries, no worries. So
biopsy,
biopsy,
please.
You can have it if you like to.
thank you very much. How are you?
I'm fine.
Have a seat. Yeah.
So Nizar has done 2 with you, Paul.
Yep.
So would you, yeah, it's better that Dr. Khurshid goes there and Nizar comes here.
Pastor and I, we share an awful lot. So,
He knows that's not true. Sorry. What? Come on.
there you go.
Paul, you're fine.
No, I wouldn't say that to you if I didn't believe it.
Yeah, I know that. I
You
know
know,
that.
I'm
but-
not.
Yeah. By now, I know that. Okay, so Paul, we have one candidate shot because Dr. Imranullah left yesterday.
He left it. Give one to the doctor. Can I do that? You got your name? Yeah. You and I, him, yeah? Happy?
Dr. Khurshid, when you're done from here, you need to go to that room with Dr. Wakar. Okay, so that would be your fifth one.
Oh, you're a bad boy. Go to the room.
Then. Do that every
So that room is for bad boys. It's actually coming right on to the verge.
Mm.